Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Entrepreneur's Journey. My name is Joyce, and I'm thrilled to have you join us today. Every journey is unique, filled with challenges and triumphs. Today, we'll be having a special guest who will be sharing his personal story with us. Mr. Kennedy Joseph Ekere is the CEO of Kennedy Automobile, or Kennedy Motors, rather. He has been making waves in the automobile industry. He'll be sharing his story with us, his challenges, and lessons he has picked up along the way. So either you are someone who loves to hear stories, or you're an entrepreneur, you're in for an inspiring journey. Hello, Mr. Kennedy.
Hi, Joy. It's a pleasure.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you here. Okay, so behind every entrepreneur and behind every business, there is a story.
Definitely.
Yes, could you please share your story with us?
Thank you very much. I'm Kennedy Joseph Ekere, and this line of our business is actually God that has put one feet. And when you put your hope on Him, He gives you direction. Most especially, He tells you what to do per time. Me as a person, the journey of life actually has been a bit difficult, not until I venture into this automobile area. But before then, I used to do different things, travel from different states to another, looking for greener pastures.
Wow.
Not until I now got to Abuja, way back in 2008,
Okay.
and the story wasn't quite okay. Then I was a taxi driver too.
Wow.
Yeah, before venturing, while I was a taxi driver, I was used to selling car.
Okay.
From the work, gather money, you got your own, and after which you sell, you buy, you sell, you buy. So you start seeing little profits. Then, like seeing something like 30,000 on the car after using it for some months, 60, 100. So I now developed interest. I said, okay, outside school, this area is making money. Although, as a chauffeur, money were coming in, but they are not up to work, pushing the bills that are available there. So, from that, being on the streets as a taxi driver actually ventured me into dealership.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's fantastic. Looking at you, some people would think you just, woke up one day and started selling cars. Nobody will know that there's a big story behind.
Yeah. This business, there was a particular car I bought one time and started developing different issues that I could not even handle. The little money I had then could not even fix the car properly. So I decided, okay, instead of this car to kill me,
Okay.
let me sell it back. So I took it back to the dealer that sold it for me, and it was a headache for me to, sell the car. For them to sell the car become a problem. So I had to leave my house, going to where the car was parked at their place.
Okay.
So that was where the inspiration actually popped up from.
Oh, wow.
That I said, okay, I can do this professionally.
Okay.
Because while I was going there, different ideas keep coming. I see where some people are failing. I do go outside just to make sure my car goes. Not until I personally sold the car at that place. Then I said, okay, I discovered there's a purpose to pursue here.
So why entrepreneurship? Why not something else? Why the choice to become an entrepreneur?
The choice came, I could also add that to not opportune to further my study at when I had the passion for school.
Okay.
Because I'm a young boy then that really want to do things differently. When I'm in my state, I see rockets, the one that draws the white line.
Okay, yes.
I was just like, who is flying this thing? So one of my passion as a young boy then was to fly an airplane. And then the school system wasn't favorable, money were not in my parents' hands, so I had to leave the house. And to your surprise, I left the home at the I think a very tender age, at the age of 17, was when I left my parent house. So being on the street, journeying from one state, doing some menial job, on to this point that I now discovered that school is not everything. Although by now we have our certificate, but then you realize that school is not everything. You can still do other things. While I was on that street doing the work, meeting people, hearing different stories, I was charged up, and that changed my life. Things became, everything turned around. I'm now comfortable as a man.
Tell us about Kendomon Motors.
Wow.
Yes.
Kendomon Motors was the name actually came from, is an acronym like Kennedy.
Okay.
Having dominion in his kingdom.
Okay.
Because I'm someone who wants to perfect all that I like doing. Because I have passion on whatever I do. And when I took this dealership as, a profession, and I want to take it to another level, I decided to, check the odds that were available to me then and the system that favored me, because the dealership, it has different phases. You can do it the way you like, but where I sold down my vehicle, I was telling you, we were like, together. And things, sometimes when you get profit on the car, even if it's not your own, the sharing formula, you just knew you won't go far. So I said, okay, someone owns this place. Someone owns this car. I only sold this car. So what if I own a car, own a place? How will they? So I started making some strategies, developing some ideas, and applied that with God's wisdom, and it actually took me to where I am. So Kendomon, it came from Kendomon Global Service Nigeria Limited.
Okay.
That gave birth, that was bettered like 2016.
Okay.
And we're into supplying, and most of the vehicles we're using, supplying, were not ours. We discovered that. So I said, okay, now that I'm selling car, I'll do this. Let me keep one or two so that this supplying chain can continue. I realized there were some money again to go for another car.
Okay.
I bought another car, and I had 2 cars. I said, okay, this one run this supply. Why this one strictly stay on selling and buying? Before that, I started multiplying.
Okay.
Then I now decided to go for my own space.
Okay.
Initially, after leaving the first office where I sold my car, I and my friend went to somewhere in Abuja, Jai, to put up a car stand. And then a couple of years down the line, I decided to go solo. And God gave me a place where I am today. So that's bettered a full Kendomon Motors that made us to have presently different kind of cars, attending to customers, giving them joy, because that's the only way. So Kendomon Motors actually was bettered out of integrity.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. Integrity is what made us who we are today.
So where is your stand?
My stand is in Abuja.
Okay.
At opposite Vitaphone, Guanimpa Express.
Okay.
We are directly opposite the Vitaphone.
Okay.
And we have choice of cars available now as at today.
Okay.
To question the effects of people who want luxury cars, who want comfort, who want to ease their stress, whichever means. And we sell, we swap.
Okay.
And we also buy for people in case you don't have the strength to, buy from the US, Canada to Nigeria. We help.
Okay, you help, and
yes,
then wow.
Yes.
Okay.
We do that, clear it genuinely, and the car gets to your doorstep.
How do you stay competitive in an industry that is saturated? Because a lot of people sell cars. Yes, we know. Some don't even have their stand, but they are middlemen. Some just help other people market. So how do you stay competitive in the saturated industry?
One of the ways that I actually stay competitive is through the use of social media.
Okay.
with an added advantage of, scaling the market and knowing how to position your price at all time, because already the goods are available. So selling shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
So when you do your survey and you middle in within what is in the market, how you got your stuff and how you sell them.
Okay.
Then being competitive generally is having ideas and different strategies to do different things
Okay.
from the normal norm. Like recently, I came up with an idea of, this swabbing. I wasn't doing it before.
Okay.
But since I added it, it's because there are some people who bought car from you 3 years ago. They have no money now.
Yeah.
You will not say it because they should go and sell it first. Give them an easy room for everybody to have an easy transaction. So sometimes you bring the same car that I sold for you 3 years ago.
Okay.
You bring it now, we evaluate it, it's okay. Give you back another one, make your choice, balance up. And in other ways, we use what we call interstate dealers. We also have dealers in other states.
Wow.
When your integrity actually speak more than some of them, will just, okay, find me so it's only you they want to deal with, because the security, and some people don't even trust each other again. So the only thing, if you're able to build that integrity, like I said earlier, you will see some people throwing the money at you and give you them comfort. So generally the business is competitive, but you just have to as the season comes, you try to diversify, bring in more new strategy, get some workers who help you do some of the media work, because you can't do them alone.
Yeah, of course you can. Well, we know that the current economic situation in Nigeria is not stable. I don't want to use the word bad, but it's not stable. So I'm sure you've noticed that people who buy cars from you, probably their choices have dropped. People want either cars that are more fuel efficient, or they're looking for cheaper cars, or people are not even buying like they used to. Yeah. So how are you able to keep your business afloat? How are you able to thrive in this present economic situation?
I think one of the major things there is the challenge you are having is the insecurity, and then the hike in custom duty. It has reduced the sales. Also because a lot of people are scared to drive luxury cars now because of kidnapping.
Oh, that's true.
So if someone is scared of being kidnapped, what's the essence of buying a luxury car when he's not sure of his security? So it actually affects us, and we, going to Lagos to clear vehicle, drivers bringing these stories of being kidnapped, vehicle being snatched, is your personal loss.
Yeah.
It's not even. Then when you talk about the money you spent for and you're not experienced, how do you want to get joy? It's difficult. So these are some of the challenges that we actually face presently. But we pray if the government could come into that area of security and put one or two things in place for us. Even the trackers doesn't help, because some of these guys are so good that they can take 2 hours to scan your vehicle and know whatever you've put in the vehicle.
Wow.
So these are some of the challenges that we are facing, and we pray that things get positive for us. And when you start a business, you nurture it. There are times you have one or two challenges and you skate through. Like this one, as a businessman, I know is the other phase of it. It will soon pass. Hard time actually doesn't last.
Yeah.
But it's not the one cope with this. That is becoming like a system in our own country. Like the hardship or the hard time is becoming a system. And that is what I think we should try to, shave off. But for us, we float. Why the dollar increase and inflation on the other side? It's something. It's for us. We try to diversify. That's why I was telling you about swabbing before. We used to just buy tokumbo, sell straight up.
Okay.
But now you have to, there are some standards you set, although you maintain those standards, but you give room for suggestion, which led to this, swabbing, buying for people, unlike the normal regular way that people comes to the car stand to buy car and just go. These days, we don't even see them. So most times when it happens like that, you just have to learn the tactics of patience. Yes, because if you are patient enough, yes, you still sell the car.
Yeah.
So you learn the tactics of, because one thing I learned about this business is also a patient business. It's not something you jump in and wait for a quick flow. No, it doesn't happen that way. Because sometimes it takes you 3 months to buy some car from another country to get to your own country. And
Now that long?
yes, sometimes it takes 3 months, sometimes it takes 2 months. It just depends on your shipping arrangement, even the ship itself. If it's about to, or imagine you being the first customer, and inflation, is like a global thing now. So you just have to be patient and follow things. But if you are doing one, you see that the chain it's going to really tell on you. But if God has helped you, that you grow to a point where maybe you're able to pull a container that will take maybe 4 cars or 3 cars, you realize that there might be quick turnover, most especially when it has to do with your money, when you've grown to that point. But like I say, there are different phases into the business and different approaches to it.
Okay. With the rise of electric cars now and the CNG gas, how are you preparing for the future of the automobile industry?
I think presently I'm opportune to have one in my
Okay.
place now, although it's an hybrid car, which is already part of what you've asked.
Yeah.
And as thinking about the future, I have intention of actually bringing in the CNG.
Okay.
Couple of months from now, by the grace of God.
Okay.
Because the license, you still have to, apart from you having a dealer, you still have to liaise with having license to go deeper. It's something that just came in.
Yes.
Yes. So your government has to give you permission on how to bring in so and certify it. So I'm actually in line with that to bring it into the country and see how it will involve. But let me not lie you. Most of us in this third world, let me use the word third world country, we are not used to it. Because I remember when we used to sell hybrid vehicle, it takes time before you sell it. There is no engineer to fix it. You see, the government is talking about converting, helping people to convert.
Yeah.
Other places is not like that. They already have some company already manufacturing that, and it is standard. So they even set a limit that so year some cars will be fed as it will not, be in existence in some of these countries. So we here, everything we absorb them, we use them to better our own life. But I believe time to come it will cover, and I intend to do more on that area too as we grow.
I hope we'll be able to afford it.
Sure. It's great to go.
Okay, I was having a conversation with you earlier, about of course before the show, how you're able to keep your business afloat, and then you told me how you have created something small beside your car stand, just to I think that helps you bring more customers. Can you tell us a little more about it?
Yes, it actually helped bring more customers because it has to do with food.
Okay.
And the food where there is sit out for it.
Okay.
And people comes in, some are passing by, they get different aroma and that comes in. So while doing that, there are, 1 or 2 cars will catch their attention, and discussion maybe a few weeks later it will materialize. So I actually diversify into shawarma business.
Oh, okay.
Indomie, and my intention is to make it, cover the whole 26 states in Nigeria.
We actually eat a lot in Nigeria. We love food. So
Actually, that place basically with the shawarma. Anything snacks. Have soft drinks available.
Okay.
The effect, stress. Yeah, just make to just solve your needs. Whether by automobile,
Yeah, that is helping your business. It's one of the ways to survive this economy. Yeah, because a lot of
the idea
businesses
was
are
developed early, uh, towards the end of last year when we
okay.
saw that things were like going on, trying to see how more money comes in.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, that's a smart move.
thank you.
Okay, so well, finally, what advice do you have for people who would want to start your kind of business? Um, start, going to the automobile industry or start a business at all? Because right now it's difficult starting businesses. People are scared that you require lots of capital, network, and then the economy is not smiling. Do you have any advice for
I think the
us?
capital side shouldn't be the factor.
Okay.
Yes, it's a factor, but it shouldn't be your driving force because it's clear you don't have money.
Mm.
So you will not, because you don't have money, you go and steal or do or seek for a dangerous means for you to venture it. So my advice generally is, one is learn to be patient. You say this dealership, like I earlier said, is a patient business. If you don't have patience in this field or on that field, I bet you might likely hit your leg on the stone that will degenerate into another problem for you. When I mean another problem for you, I'm talking about the security side of it. Because a car you sell today can put you in trouble 8 years to come. Imagine if it's a car that maybe someone was robbed and
Yeah.
the case has been lingering until maybe investigation. But we don't pray for any of such. So I want to tell anybody who wants to venture into this business to have that mindset of patient, be creative, and then your source of income. It's something you can start from anywhere. Like me, I said I used to be a taxi driver. I know the years I spent in this same town of Abuja as a taxi driver. One or two persons might want to, maybe they know this guy that's, I used to be my driver. Yes, I used to be your driver. But right now, I'm no longer a driver.
Now you own your own car.
That's time. So I want to tell anybody, yes, it's possible. One is for you to tell yourself, yes, I can. And when you tell yourself, yes, I can, then you should be ready to say, okay, you're giving yourself a push. Seek the face of God. But I believe, like me, when I seek his face, I won't lie you, the light shine on me and everything turned. So I want to tell anybody on the street today that never to give up, because the birds that fly on the air, they don't hit each other, they don't jam each other, there's always peace. So anytime you discover your purpose, your dream, pick it up from there. You will surely succeed. You will surely succeed.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you, my listeners, for listening. I'm sure you've been inspired today. I'm sure you've learned a lot from Mr. Kennedy's story and how his business is thriving. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Remember to like, comment, and share. You can also drop your questions in the comment section below. Remember that tough times don't last, but tough people do. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.